Mr. Austin Game. Thank you so much for joining us, sir. First of all, the single spine pay policy was introduced to regulate the payment of public service workers' salaries while guaranteeing better public sector pay. Has it served this purpose more than 10 years after its implementation?
Thank you. Thank you. It could have served its full purpose, but I've said it before, and I don't regret it saying it at that time. And let me repeat it. I think it was poorly administered. That created the kind of situation in which you find ourselves now. So it's good if they want to have a kind of review, but genuinely, to be honest with you, it's just poorly administered. That is it.
When you say poorly administered, what do you mean exactly?
Everything about the single spine was to be based on how we have crafted it in the Labour Act, and the policy itself to drive it. Unfortunately, the way it was structured and also the personnel that handled it left so much gap in between, and that has brought about the disenchantment between and among the beneficiaries. And since it was done, a lot of re-evaluation that's supposed to be done never saw daylight. And because the people who are managing it, maybe they are not fully in bed with federal administration and the sensitivity of it, taking into consideration what the law enjoins us to do, because you don't pay people just for the sake of appearing in business. You have to pay people based on something. And I guess every institution that benefits from that has certain guidelines that they have to follow. And do we follow it? I can say no.
Well,
those who are following it are following half-heartedly. So if they have to review and support, it has to be done well, not just some academic approach to it. It has to be done professionally and not just based upon somebody's feeling and political wish. It has to be for camp.
Now, since the implementation of this policy, we've seen the salaries of public sector workers going up on the average, at least in the last decade, by a little over 12%. And you still hold the view the policy has not served its purpose when there's been some level of increase?
It's not about increase. It's about managing it professionally in a manner that will not elicit the kind of situation we find ourselves in now. Why the call for its review? Not because we don't have the policy, not because we don't have the law, but I can say authoritatively that we simply are not implementing it in tandem with what the law enjoins us to do. Because employers are enjoined, including the public sector people, to set targets for people and to ensure that there is a way of evaluating everybody's job, not by looking at people's faces. It's a policy that must be properly written and people trained and educated and guided as to how it will be implemented. And simple re-evaluation of jobs because of change in knowledge, of technology advancement, and of decoupling and coupling of jobs has never materialized. And so, obviously, there will be some drawbacks. And who says we should be increasing pay for everybody across the board? Is everybody operating at the same level? Certainly not. But we have jumbled the whole thing, and everybody is being paid a 10% or 12% across the board. I mean, it's not proper. So if they have to do it, then we have to sit down properly and look at all the nitty-gritties and what the law says, so that we don't just go doing any academic stuff again.
Well, thank you so much.